My grandmother never once bought a box of laundry detergent. Not because she couldn't afford it, but because she knew something that the people selling it would rather you forgot. A year's worth of laundry soap for the whole family cost her about $5 to make, and it cleaned better than the blue liquid in the plastic jug you're buying today. I'm going to show you exactly how she did it, the 3 ingredients, the exact amounts, and why it works. And I'm going to be honest with you about the one situation where it doesn't, because I'm not here to sell you a miracle. I'm here to show you what actually works. So, let's get into it. First, let's talk about what you're actually paying for when you buy detergent. A big jug of name-brand liquid detergent runs anywhere from $12 to $20, and it lasts a month or two if you've got a family. Call it well over $100 a year, every year, for as long as you do laundry. And here's the part that should bother you. That jug is mostly water. You are paying to ship water across the country and carry it home from the store. The actual cleaning ingredients are a small fraction of what's in the bottle. The rest is water, dye to make it look clean, and fragrance to make it smell like a product. My grandmother's recipe has no water, no dye, and no filler. Just the 3 things that actually clean. Let me show you each one. The first ingredient is washing soda. Now, this is not baking soda. They're cousins, but they're different. Washing soda is sodium carbonate, and you'll find it in the laundry aisle in a yellow box for a few dollars. It's the workhorse. It's strongly alkaline, which means it cuts through grease and body oils and lifts dirt out of the fibers of your clothes. It also softens the water, which matters more than you'd think, because hard water is half the reason your detergent doesn't work as well as you expect. The second ingredient is borax. Another few dollars in the same aisle, a box that will last you the better part of a year. Borax boosts the whole mixture. It helps the washing soda work, it brightens whites, it deodorizes, and it gives the soap a little more cleaning power against stains. People have used borax in laundry for over a century. It's not new, and it's not a trick. It's just been quietly pushed off the shelf to make room for the expensive jugs. And the third ingredient is a simple bar of soap. A plain bar, an old-fashioned laundry bar like Fell's Naphtha or Zote if you can find it, or even a bar of pure Castile soap. You grate it down into flakes. This is the part that actually grabs onto the oil and grime and pulls it off the fabric and into the water, where the washing soda and borax can carry it away. The 3 ingredients work as a team. The bar soap lifts, the washing soda cuts and softens, the borax boosts and brightens. Here's the recipe, the exact amounts. Grate 1 bar of soap into fine flakes. A cheese grater works perfectly. Mix it with 1 cup of washing soda and 1 cup of borax. Stir it all together, and that's it. That's the whole thing. You use just 1 to 2 tablespoons per load. And this is the part people don't believe at first. One small batch like this lasts a shockingly long time because you use so little. Scale it up. Grate a few bars, a few cups of each powder into a sealed bucket, and you genuinely have a year of laundry soap for about $5. Now, before I show you this working, let me tell you a little history, because it explains why you've never heard of this. 100 years ago, every household made or bought plain soap and a box of washing soda, and that was laundry. There was no aisle. There was no jug. Then, over the middle of the last century, the big chemical companies learned they could take those same basic ingredients, add water and dye and perfume, pour it into a colorful bottle, put a family on the label, and sell it for many times what the raw ingredients cost. And better still, sell it again every single month. The recipe my grandmother used didn't get disproven or improved upon. It got outmarketed. The knowledge was simply allowed to fade, one generation at a time, until most people today have genuinely never seen anyone make their own. You're about to be one of the few who remembers. And let me give you one more piece my grandmother understood that most people miss entirely: the role of your water. Most of the country has what's called hard water, water full of dissolved minerals, calcium and magnesium. And here's what nobody tells you: those minerals fight your soap. They bond with it and turn part of your detergent into a useless scum instead of letting it clean, which is why people pour in more and more detergent trying to get clothes clean in hard water. The washing soda in my grandmother's recipe softens the water first. It grabs those minerals and pulls them out of the fight, so the rest of the soap is free to actually clean. That's why the homemade powder often works better than the store-bought liquid in a hard water house. It's solving the real problem instead of just throwing more soap at it. Once you understand your water, the whole thing makes sense. Now, let me show you the test, because I don't want you to take my word for it. Here are 2 loads of dirty laundry. Same dirt, same stains, grass, grease, coffee. 1 load washed with the name brand liquid, 1 with 2 tablespoons of grandmother's powder. When they come out, look closely. The homemade side is just as clean. The whites are just as bright. The stains are gone on both. The difference you can't see is in your wallet. 1 load cost pennies, the other cost real money, and they did the same job. Now, this same 3-ingredient knowledge solves more than just laundry. Let me give you a few more uses, because once you have these things in the house, they replace a whole shelf of expensive products. First, that same washing soda, dissolved in warm water, is the best grease cleaner you'll find for your stovetop, your oven, and greasy pots. The same alkalinity that cuts oil out of your clothes cuts baked-on grease off your range. People buy special degreasing sprays for $10 a bottle. It's the same few cents of washing soda. Second, borax is a powerful, gentle scouring cleaner for your toilet, your tub, and your sinks. Sprinkle it, let it sit, scrub lightly. It deodorizes and cleans without the harsh fumes of the bathroom sprays, and it's a fraction of the price. Third, that bar soap, grated and dissolved, makes a fine hand soap and dish soap. 1 bar covers a lot of ground. The whole point my grandmother understood is that 3 simple, cheap ingredients quietly do the job of a dozen specialized products, each one sold to you in its own bottle with its own markup. Now, here's where I keep my promise and tell you the honest limits. This powder is for standard machines and standard laundry, and it works beautifully there. But a couple of honest notes. If you have a high-efficiency or HE machine, use this powder sparingly. It's low suds, which is actually good for HE machines, but check your manual. If you have very hard water, you may want a little extra washing soda to handle it. And for heavy stains, you still pre-treat them directly, just like you always would. No detergent on earth skips that step, despite what the commercials imply. This isn't magic. It's just honest, cheap, effective soap. That's all it ever needed to be. One safety note, because I always give you the straight story. Washing soda and borax are cleaning agents, not food. Keep them out of reach of children and pets. Wear gloves if your hands are sensitive. And don't mix them with bleach or other cleaners. Store the powder in a sealed container, labeled "away from the kitchen." Treat it with the same common sense you'd give any cleaning product, and it's perfectly safe. So why did this get forgotten? It didn't disappear because it stopped working. It disappeared because you can't build a big business selling someone 3 cheap ingredients they mix once a year. You build a business selling a jug, mostly water, in a bright bottle that they have to rebuy every single month. The convenience was real, but so was the cost. And somewhere along the way, we forgot we ever had a choice. My grandmother never forgot, and now you won't either. If this was useful to you, there's a whole collection of these old methods waiting for you. Every recipe, every exact amount, all in one place. The link is in the description. And subscribe, because the next video is one my grandfather swore by. The $4 trick that keeps any room in your house dry through the whole winter, with no electricity and no machine. I'll show you exactly how it works. Take care of yourselves.